Hi, this is Dean from Sentinel Candles. In today's project, I'm going to be doing something that I've never done before, and that is use one of these molds. They're round, circular molds. So I'm going to be using some goat's milk soap and some clear soap. I'm also going to be using some really bright colors, and I'm going to make somewhat of a rainbow pattern with this mold. I'm then going to take all the embeds and place them into the loaf and then pour whatever's remaining of the actual base over the top of it. So I'm looking at using the goat's milk soap for the embeds and the clear soap to go around them. So I should get a really interesting pattern of lots of different colors, and this is an experiment for me, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out, so I'm hoping that it works. So let's get started. So I've melted down some goat's milk and I've added some blue dye to this, and now I'm going to tip it in all 9 cavities. So I've got some spare, so I think I might have to do the 9 cavities the second time around. Okay, so this mold seemed to work really well. It's nice and clean. They popped out really easily, and I think they look all right. That's 9. I need another 9 and probably another few after that. Once I make another batch, then I'll come back. Okay, so I finished all my embeds, and as you can see, they are balls. They're pretty patterns. They're sort of like a little rainbow color on a few of them. The rest of them are just like yellow and purple. There's ones that have more than just a few colors. So I was able to fit the whole 500 grams in the embeds, and I was going to use clear as the rest of it so you could actually see through it all, but I've decided to go with goat's milk soap instead. So this is generally how it's going to sit inside the loaf. I've just thrown all the little embeds in there, but I've realized that if I do this, I'll probably get a lot of air bubbles at the bottom. So what I want to do, like most of my loaves, is put a layer of white at the bottom, wait until that sets, and then put my embeds in, so at least the embeds have something to sit on. Okay, so I'm going to tip the first part in. I'm not going to make it too deep, just a little bit at the bottom. And we're going to spray that, rubbing alcohol. I'm going to let that set, and then I'll come back and throw all the embeds in. Okay, so the goat's milk that I've poured in here is now set. I'm going to spray this with rubbing alcohol. Now I'm going to place my embeds in, and then I'm going to pour more goat's milk over the top. Okay, just going to spray that. Trying to make it even right across as well. It's probably as even as it's going to get. So my goat's milk at the moment is 132 Fahrenheit and 55 Celsius. I've got to get this down a little bit, otherwise I'm going to melt my embed. I want to try and get it down to about 120 Fahrenheit. Okay, so I've got it down to 123 Fahrenheit, which is 50 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to spray this with rubbing alcohol first. Now I'm going to pour. I'm going to stop there, spray that. Now the reason is because there's probably some bubbles that I've got in, so I'm just going to move it side to side and let those bubbles work themselves out. Yeah, there's a couple that have come to the surface already. I'll just spray that again. Okay, so this one didn't go all the way to the top. Normally I fill it right to the top, but I think it's because when I was doing the little circles, there was a little bit that I threw away because the colors blended together on top, which was my fault. It's going to be a little bit smaller, so I'll come back in the morning and unmold this. Okay, so it's the next morning and I am going to unmold this monkey farts. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is what actually happens when the embeds are touching the side. You can see on this orange one here, it just creates this really horrible look on the soap. So I'll cut this one up, see what's inside. Okay, so this was a really cool looking design. It's a little bit smaller, as I detailed in the previous part of the video, that the bar didn't go right to the top. Still, it looks pretty good. So this is scented with monkey farts. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any comments about it, please put them in the comments section below. And please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.